Welcome to Minding My Money. I'm your host, Shawnee, and this is where the journey to financial freedom is real, raw, and a little bit fun. I'm sharing my wins, my lessons, and everything in between, $1 at a time. Now, before we jump in, let me say this. This ain't financial advice, just financial realness. Let's start with the truth. I'm tired. The kind of tired that doesn't go away with one good nap or a weekend off. The kind of tired that lives in your bones. And for me, that exhaustion hit hardest when I finally stepped into the field I wanted, healthcare. 12-hour night shifts, 3 days a week sounds cute until your body and soul are flipped upside down. Working when the world is asleep, sleeping when the sun is up, if you can even fall asleep at that. As a bedside nurse on a med-surg unit, now I wasn't an ICU nurse, but it felt critical every single night. I was always sleepy. I would have 8, sometimes 10 or more patients. No time to eat, no time to use the restroom, no time to drink water. Just holding people down all night while no one held me down. And as a result, I caught a UTI after another UTI from holding my bladder for so long. I ate junk food because there wasn't time for anything else. I grabbed what was quick. I slept on stress and undigested food by the time I got off. And still, I showed up, not because I felt strong every day, but because quitting wasn't an option. That's what this episode is about. Not pushing through because you're superwoman, but pushing through because you had to. Let's talk about the weight that no one sees. The pressure of being the strong one. I've been that girl since I was a little girl. Nobody taught me to self-soothe. I just learned to deal, to push it, to be the one people leaned on, even when I was leaning on nothing. I've loaned money I didn't have, smiled when I was stressed, showed up when I was depleted. And being strong, that comes with layers, especially as an African American woman in a majority white space. I was overworked, overlooked, and expected to outperform. One mistake could follow me, one boundary labeled me aggressive, and one emotion labeled me angry. And men in my field were coddled while I was scrutinized, and still I held it down. Burnout definitely has a price tag. When you're exhausted, you don't make strategic decisions. You order takeout because you're too tired to cook, spend on convenience, avoid your checking account, and say yes to overtime when your body needs no. And exhaustion makes survival expensive. And when your nervous system is fried, budgeting feels like punishment instead of protection. And that's when I realized strength without systems drain you financially. And let's be honest, sometimes what we call worth ethic is just trauma response. Hyper independence, over functioning, never asking for help. That's not always ambition. Sometimes it's survival programming, and survival mode isn't sustainable. You see, eventually I had to choose myself, not because it was cute, but because I was breaking. And I had to unlearn that suffering proved my worth because rest is not weakness and softness is not failure. No, it's not selfish, it's all protection. I had to learn new languages while in professional spaces. Instead of reacting, I'd say, "So, what I understand you to say is," and for me, that wasn't shrinking, that was strategy. That emotional regulation was power. And I wasn't becoming smaller, I was becoming wiser. And I started accepting peace. And so now I'm in a healthier workspace, a boss who reminds me I'm not them. And you know what's hard? accepting peace after chaos. When you've been in survival mode long enough, calm feels suspicious. But I'm learning to sit in it right now, to take vacations, to breathe, and to not earn rest through exhaustion. You can build wealth without breaking your body. You can pursue goals without punishing yourself. And you can save money and protect your peace at the same time. Grace is a strategy, and consistency doesn't require self destruction. So keep your head up, put your shoulders down, keep going, but go gently. You don't have to prove your strength by surviving pain. You're allowed to choose ease. This one is for the women no one checks on because they seem so strong, the caregivers, the silent supporters, and the women out there carrying everything. If no one told you today, I see you. You don't have to break to prove you're built for this. You're already enough. So let's close out this way. Strength isn't how much you carry, it's knowing when to put something down. It's protecting your peace. It's building slowly. It's choosing yourself. And it's understanding that resilience and rest can live in the same body. Thanks for tuning into Minding My Money, where every dollar has a story and every story brings us closer to financial freedom. If you felt inspired, learned something new, or just vibe with the journey, don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment, and share it with someone who needs it. You can also catch more content and behind-the-scenes moments on YouTube and Instagram. Just search Minding My Money. Until next time, keep minding your money $1 at a time.